Hi guys, you are watching Etcetera With Est. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Today I am going to be reviewing season 4, episode 3 of Insecure. So it's Thanksgiving and Molly and Issa are shopping, I guess, for the meal. I don't know, it's getting a bit not uncomfortable to watch, but it's getting... Do you know like when you're in a room with people that don't like each other, or there's been an issue or something like that, and you're kind of wondering what someone's going to say and then what the response to what the person said is going to be. Moving on to Condola and Lawrence. Condola, she's having a friendsgiving. I kind of think that's like a friendsmas. Lawrence is like, oh, do you want me to come? And she's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, come. And I didn't even see it as Lawrence kind of exerted himself or be like, oh, I want to come. I think he asked, should I come? Because he probably thought she wanted to ask. I am sick and tired of Molly, honestly. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her. Because, so she's at her family's home for Thanksgiving. Her brothers, her mum and dad, her brother's girlfriends are there as well. And she still hasn't forgiven her dad. And if we remember, I think it was last season, Molly found out that her dad had cheated on her mum, like maybe 10, 15 years ago, however long it was ago. Her picture of a perfect marriage, perfect relationship was kind of shattered basically, because she just always put her parents on a pedestal, and she probably put her dad on a pedestal for being a black man that doesn't cheat and takes care of his family. But then she finds out, her dad is human like every other man in the world. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I just think it's so mature. I think it's very naive of a woman of Molly's age. I would assume Molly is in her 30s, early 30s. If someone has been married for 30, 40 years, some shit would have gone down at some point. Maybe before the children, during the children, when the children were small, or when the children are out of the house. Like, whether it's infidelity, whether it's financial troubles, whether it's spiritual troubles, I don't know, something. You don't want to bring your children into your arguing and your bickering, basically. So obviously, her mum and dad kept it between themselves and they worked it out. If your mum has forgiven him over a decade ago, what is your own? I'm really just perplexed, and I'm more perplexed at the fact that Molly just didn't think that could ever happen to her parents. And I'm just thinking, we are all human beings. People make bad decisions. People make mistakes. Your mum decided to stay. Get over it. So Issa and her brother, they didn't want to stay with family members. Well, not even family members, but that they don't really know. They don't really like that, especially if their mum isn't there. So they decide to go to this Mexican restaurant and have Thanksgiving, with themselves. And in that their dinner, Issa revealed that she kind of feels she was the girlfriend that kind of prepared Condola for the amazing man that Lawrence is today. Because as we remember from previous seasons, Lawrence was a motherfucking bum. He was just a bum. I'm sorry, he was just a bum. I do not agree with Issa cheating. She was wrong. But Lawrence, I would have cheated on him too. I'm joking. She was the financial support, the emotional support. She allowed him to touch. She kind of enabled him to be a bum, to be honest with you. And now he's taking Condola, on weekends away, or when they go to dinner, he's probably paying and stuff like that, because he's in a better financial situation. And it's kind of getting to Issa, and I understand it. It's frustrating when you're with somebody and you can see their potential, but for whatever reason, they're not fulfilling their potential, or they're not even on track to fulfill their potential. And that kind of leads to a breakup. You break up, and then a year or so down the line, you see that they fulfilled everything that you were trying to get them to do the whole time you were together. And it's frustrating, but sometimes it bees like that, honestly. It bees like that. Last but not least, let me just talk about Lawrence. Now Lawrence is talking to his friend. I cannot for the life of me remember the friend's name, but it's the funny friend. You know, he's basically said, oh, actually no, let me go back. Lawrence's company, one of the investors pulled out, so I think they might be making cuts at the company. His job is secure, but you know, he was wanting to level up. He wanted a promotion, but obviously with everything going on at the company, that's not going to happen. So obviously he kind of has to, you know, probably look elsewhere for a better job, which is good. Which is good. We like to see that. We like to see career progression. We like to see going to the next level. But my only issue with it is the fact that I think he's not doing it for himself. He's doing it because he's insecure. I don't know, I just feel like someone like Condola makes him want to level up. There's nothing wrong with wanting to level up. If anything, being around people that that make you want to elevate yourself, that is the goal, basically. That's the type of people you want around you. However, where was this drive when he was with Issa? Why does he feel now that he needs to level up? Because it wasn't that long ago when him and Issa were still together. And my take on it is that Issa doesn't intimidate him or doesn't make him want to be a better person. And that is not a reflection on Issa. That is a reflection on him. In the sense of somebody like Issa doesn't make him feel inadequate in any way. I mean, we all know Issa, she's not a mess, but you know, she was in a job she didn't really like. She was living somewhere that she didn't really like. She's the awkward one, you know, she's not, I mean, more so now, but at the beginning of the season, you know, Issa's just she's a very simple girl, you know, and it probably made it much easier for Lawrence to be the bum that he was, because he didn't feel like, oh, she's out of my league or she's doing bits and blah, 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 you know. But with Condola's got a good job. She's got a nice house. You know, it's like he has to impress her. He wants to do better for her, but more so for the fact that he feels inadequate, not that he's actually trying to better himself. And that's why I think Lawrence is full of shit. I think he's a handsome guy. I used to like his character. He seems like a nice guy, but deep down, he's a very selfish, weak man. And Condola made it clear, like, you know what, I literally just got a divorce. My husband left me and I got divorced about 1.5 years ago. I don't want to get married again. You know, if anything, me being in a situation where I'm working with your ex and stuff, I'm the one that should feel uncomfortable. I'm the one that should be complaining, but I'm not. And then you see that Condola and him are not exactly as matched as it was, you know, brought to us in earlier episodes. So I don't think that's going to last too long. And at the end of the episode, he was texting Issa and they're playing Case of the Ex in the background. And I just think, oh, for fuck's sake. It's men that like Lawrence that will come and bring Issa down. And we ain't here for bringing Issa down. I mean, Issa is on her way up in terms of her confidence, her doing the street party or whatever, you know, she's doing. You know, she's bettering herself. And someone like Lawrence, I just think it would just make her a bit stagnant. And that's kind of really what happened, and mainly what happened in the episode. Sorry if I've missed something out, but I don't have my phone on me because it's charging. But guys, let me know what you thought of the episode as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you for the next review. Bye.